right. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. Welcome to another episode of the Empowered Immigrant Live. My name is Otis Landerholm. I'm the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration, A.P.C, where we fight for your American dream. And, democracy is happening. It is election day of 2024. We've been waiting for this day really all year. We've been wondering what's going to happen as a result of this election because it is going to have enormous consequences on the future of immigration law. So thank you for tuning in and welcome, and really appreciate everybody for being here. So remember, the Empowered Immigrant Live is here to train, teach, inspire, and empower immigrants to make the most out of immigration laws and to make the most out of their lives. And today, right now, it's a special edition, special episode regarding the election. And yes, I was live earlier this morning, and no, I'm not normally live at this time of the afternoon, but I just wanted to come on and give everybody my support here today as we're all wondering what's going to happen later today. Polls don't close until 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Some of the polls, I've been informed, will remain open even until 10 p.m. Eastern. And so yeah, it's going to be a long road ahead, a late evening today as we figure out who is going to be the next president of the United States. So anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, my name's Otis Landerholm. I'm the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration, and today is election day. All right, and we are live right now on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok. And so thanks to everybody who's tuning in. I think that everybody's aware of what's at stake. Basically, the 5-minute version is if Trump wins, we're going to have anti-immigrant rhetoric, anti-immigrant policies for the next 4 years. All right, we'll have possible travel bans, we'll have stricter immigration enforcement, more deportations, more immigration detention. It's going to be very sad for the state of immigration law, okay? Whereas if Kamala wins, we will have more humane policies. There will still be immigration enforcement. There's still be, in my opinion, there's still going to be more immigration detention than there is right now, right now under the Biden administration. But in my opinion, it'll be more humane. They'll have more rational enforcement priorities, etc., than there would be under a new Trump administration. So that's my own analysis. Hope that's useful. Hope that's helpful for something. We're tracking who's winning right now. People are going to ask who's winning right at this second. I don't know. I've got CNBC. I've got the Associated Press. Nobody's calling any state yet. All right, according to what I'm seeing, not a single state has been called one way or another yet, and so it's too early to tell. All right, but we'll continue to track it, and I'm sure that if you turn on the news later today, you'll see a lot more information about it. My goal for each of you, I shared this morning, I'll share it again. My goal for each of you, if you are an immigrant and if you are watching this right now, my goal is that regardless of who wins this election, I hope that you have a solid plan, a strategy, a solution, steps in place to help you achieve success in your life. All right? Through your immigration goals, through other goals that you have. My goal for you is that you achieve your goals. All right? Irrespective of who is sitting in the White House. And I really hope that the person who's in the White House can help facilitate that, or doesn't hinder that at least as But really, regardless of who wins the election, I want you to take action and take the steps that you need to take to maximize your chances of living the life you want to live. All right? And that's really what immigration lawyering is all about. We are here, my office is here, to help our clients to live the lives they want to live. All right? And so obviously, if my office can help you in any way whatsoever, we'd be honored to do that. Okay? So I see some folks here on TikTok. Thank you all so much for being here. If there are any questions, feel free to ask them. Huicho and Diana and Quieres Jugar and Fernando. Hello, each of you on TikTok. Thanks everybody joining right now on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn as well. Thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciate each of you. This afternoon, I'm just going to be short and sweet, right? I think I said what I needed to say. Hopefully that's clear. Hopefully, best of luck as you're watching the polls this afternoon and evening. And may the may the best woman win. My own viewpoint. My empowerment tip, I shared this morning. I'll share it again as well. Don't let politics get you down. All right, don't let it get you down. Like democracy is a good thing, and government is a good thing, and taxes, yes, are a good thing, right? It's like, do we want to commute to where we're going on actual roads, or do we need to have a horse and buggy again, right? It's like all of these things are good. Laws, by and large, are a good thing, all right? And yes, we can all disagree with some of those laws. I disagree with the law every day, right? I am fighting in an immigration system that is based on laws that are outdated, that are just bad, right? And that should be changed. And it's like, I do wish the laws that we had were actually better, and we should fight to always make the laws better and more fair and more just and more logical and more in line with our values. All right? And it is so much better to have a legal system with laws than to not have one. Like, to just be clear about the progression of like human progress, right? I am glad and grateful to have a society that actually has laws rather than to have a society that's just like subject to the whim of some dictator that decides whatever that day, right? So even though we might disagree with the law, even though we might disagree with who ends up winning an election today, we can still continue to debate and to push and to fight and to argue that laws ought to be changed and that society ought to be changed and that political reform needs to happen so that we create the society and the future that we want. That's a society and a future more in line with our values. All right? Which for me, one of the key values of why I'm an immigration lawyer and one of the key values that is missing from our political leaders right now is the value that immigrants are awesome, that immigrants are an enormous contribution to our society. Like, it's just something that too many of our quote-unquote leaders are ignorant about or just willfully turning a blind eye to, and it bothers me. And I think we need to continue to push and fight to change that. Okay? So anyway, that's all I'm going to say. Paco Diaz, thank you for asking your question. Let's see, you say, hace 20 años crucé accidentalmente. Am I reading that right? a USA después de 10 años llevé a cabo mi trámite, fue negado. Ya mandé mis huellas, me dijeron que puedo hacer mi trámite sin problemas. Mi trámite fue negado. Paco Diaz, thank you for asking this question. I don't know. I don't know what the specific question is. No sé exactamente qué ha pasado. No sé exactamente qué es su pregunta específica. Pero si tiene algo denegado, que haga una consulta. Y con gusto podemos revisar bien la decisión, ver si hubo un error, ver qué opciones hay, ver qué soluciones hay para ver cómo podemos cambiar la cosa. All right? I switched to Spanish there for a minute. So Paco Diaz, what I'm saying is I don't know what the specific situation there is, but if you have an application that has been denied, my best advice, hey, pick up the phone, give us a call, let's have a consultation, and let's really look at it. What caused that denial? A denial, they need to write the reasons for their decision. They need to put them in writing. And so we can review them, and we can be like, hey, are they correct? Is there an error in their analysis, right? And what can we do about it? What's the solution? What are the options? What's the strategy to change it for you? All right? That's my best advice. Start with a consult, and then we can go forward from there. Ramjir, I see you there. Forgot to disclose a child's name on the I-751, but I did disclose it on the N-400. Want to file for my child. Is there any problem? Good question. Good question. Yeah, you know, including children is always super important, everybody. Including children is super important because you want to be able to give them a benefit. You know, you want to be able to give them a benefit in the future, maybe someday, even if you don't want to right now. Maybe they don't want to come to the U.S. right now, but hey, you know, by the time they're turning 20 or 21 and creating a career for themselves, that's where it's like, oh man, I wish I would have put their information on those forms. Fully fill out all of the government's forms because you don't want it to screw you over or your family over later, right? And if it was truly that you forgot to disclose it, just explain it. Like when you're filing your N-400, make sure to put them on the form. If they ask about it at that time, say, hey, I made a mistake in my I-751, right? Hopefully it wasn't a willful misrepresentation. Hopefully they don't consider it a willful misrepresentation. If there's any argument that it might be that, talk it through with your lawyer, right? Have a lawyer go with you to your interview, okay? So, user, I see you there. Hi, can I renew my green card if I owe taxes and haven't made a payment plan? Okay, good question. Good question. Thank you for asking this question. There is a big difference between the standards for renewing a green card and the standards for becoming a U.S. citizen, all right? So if you're renewing your green card, yes, 100%. You can renew a green card even if you are not paying your taxes at all right? Now, tax evasion is a crime, so I'm not telling, you know, but if you, so don't avoid paying taxes, but what I'm saying is that the requirements to renew a green card do not involve, don't even look at the term good moral character. You don't have to be a person of quote unquote good moral character to renew a green card. Did you know that? You don't have to. All right? You don't have to. You don't want to be deportable. Sorry, I'm getting an incoming phone call. Is everybody still with me? All right. You don't want to be deportable when you renew your green card, but you do not have to be a person of quote-unquote good moral character, including they don't even ask about taxes. All right? So don't even worry about it. All right? Renew your green card. You're going to have a great case. User 66110 or 6610. You're going to have a great case. Renew your green card unless you have certain crimes. All right? If you have crimes or a criminal record, talk it through with your lawyer first. It's always a good idea to talk everything through a lawyer first. But based on what you're saying right here, right now, you don't have a payment plan with the IRS. I don't care. They won't care. Immigration won't care. go renew your green card. Okay? You're welcome. Thank you. All right, good. Let's see. Yeah, maybe that's all the questions I've got here. I see everybody joining in. I really appreciate each of you. Thank you all so much. Maybe we'll just leave it there for now. All right, maybe we'll just leave it there for now. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all so much for being here. And so, yeah, I think that's it. So make it a great rest of your day. Good luck as you're watching the results of this election. I will try to go live tomorrow to discuss the outcome and to discuss the results of this election with each of you. If you'd like to see that, hey, please stay tuned. Stay on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook. Follow us, subscribe, whatever you got to do so that you can stay in the conversation. And yeah, we'll talk to you at that time, and we'll see if we got a newly elected, soon-to-be president. Remember that the president, even if they win tonight, they don't take office until January, right? Is everybody clear on that? So anyway, January 20th, I think, is the date that the new president will take the oath. It might be the 21st, but I think it's the 20th. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate each of you very much. My name's Otis Landerholm. I'm the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration A.P.C., where we fight for your American dream. And I'll see you next time on our next episode of the Empowered Immigrant Live. Thanks a lot. All right. Best of luck tonight. Take care. Bye-bye.